This is a guide for parents and carers.
We will be talking about what is the Southwark CWP service, what is autism, what is anxiety, what secondary school transition is and why it is important. We'll also be explaining the common worries about transitioning and how we can help manage worries of children transitioning into secondary school.
We are a service based in Southwark Cambs and are a part of the South London and Maudsley NHS Foundation Trust. We work with young people and parents and carers of children experiencing mild to moderate mental health difficulties. We offer face-to-face or virtual sessions to support young people and their well-being. The sessions are based on cognitive behavioural principles, how our thoughts and feelings affect our behaviour.
Autism is a neurodevelopmental condition. It's important to remember the many strengths that autistic people have. Many autistic people have brilliant memories as they may have special interests. They may have an in-depth knowledge about particular things that others may not have. There are 3 characteristics of autism. The first characteristic is patterns in behavior, interests or activities, such as feeling safe when they have a predictable routine, watching the same TV show, or stimming. This is when a person engages in self-stimulation behavior, such as rocking back and forth, spinning, or twirling. The second characteristic is differences in social communication and social interaction. Autistic people may have differences in understanding neurotypical cues and differences in communicating distress or enjoyment. This would include differences in the way they make friends. The third characteristic is that autistic children and young people may have differences in how they use verbal and non-verbal language, such as echolalia, which is repeating sounds or phrases, and bringing up past experiences due to processing differences.
Anxiety can affect us in different ways, but mainly can impact how we think, feel, and behave. Autistic children may communicate their anxiety in various ways. This could be by avoiding situations, taking more control over their routines, procrastinating, or wanting to be perfect. They may have anxious thoughts such as, what's going to happen? What if I get lost or make a fool of myself? They may express their distress by talking about different bodily sensations. These bodily sensations may include a racing heartbeat, sweaty palms, or they may tell you that they're experiencing tummy aches and headaches. Sometimes, their anxiety might include asking lots of questions about what the new school's going to be like, or they may even avoid attending taster days.
So, what is transition and why is it important? When we talk about transitions, this can be anything from transitioning from nursery to school, school to university, or from university into a first job. We go through several transitions within our lives, and these can cause several worries for everyone. It can be helpful to learn tools to cope with the common worries we all may face. This presentation will be focusing on transitioning from an early age, specifically primary to secondary school, but it can also be a useful resource for any other transition your child is experiencing. Autistic children and young people may find it difficult adapting to change in their routine and environment, so it is important they are supported by those around them.
There are several common worries that young people may have around transitioning to secondary school. Autistic children may feel worried about the change in routine, making friends, or communicating the best way to support them to their new teachers. You can ask your child about these worries through curious questioning, as well as acknowledging the change, with the aim to understand more and being non-judgmental or blaming. For example, you could say, "What worries you about going to your new school?" And you could validate these feelings by saying, "I know changes can be hard to deal with, so I wonder how you're feeling. How worried are you?"
So, how can you help your child? We will now discuss some communication, preparation, and relaxation strategies for helping your child if they are worried about transitioning to secondary school.
You can speak with the school SENCO, teacher or pastoral team in advance to discuss your child's needs and any adaptations that may be needed to ensure that your child feels safe at school. Ideally, they should be done before the summer. It may also be useful to share your child's sensory profile. Through informing school of any sensory sensitivities, school can then create an adapted timetable for your child or may allow for movement or sensory breaks. It's also important to have consistent communication with your child's school to ensure that you're working as a team to offer your child the best support possible during their transition into secondary school. You should try to discuss your child's worries and needs with them and to explore strategies to help them cope and discuss these strategies with their school. Once your child has shared their worries with you, you can then begin to find solutions together. Try to use positive language when talking about starting their new school, as this may help to reduce the anxiety around the transition. There are several preparation strategies that you can try to ease your child's worries. It's important to build a good routine for your child to help them to adapt to the change. This should be a collaborative process, and it's a good tip to make the routine engaging for your child. You can create their new routine on a whiteboard and put it on the fridge and decorate it with their favourite stickers. Getting sleep back on track is also very important, particularly after the summer holidays. It can be a good idea to get sleep back on track 2 to 3 weeks before school starts again. Physical activity would also help your child with their worries, but also helps with initiating a good sleep routine. Playing football, going to the park and seeing their friends are good examples of this. You can also try practicing the practical steps. This might involve getting your child up and ready for school, or practicing the school commute or walk, or putting on their new school uniform. This will help your child to become more familiar with the new environment and routine. Finally, it's important to remember to stay calm and confident in yourself, as children take a lot of their cues from adults. It's also important to not let school talk take over everything, which is easily done when you're worried about things. There are many different relaxation strategies that you can use with your child to help them feel calmer when they're feeling anxious. You may have a relaxation strategy or strategies that you already use. However, on screen are a few examples that you may like to try with your child. Not all strategies will be suitable for your child, and it's important to find the right strategy that is the best fit for your child as an individual. The first strategy on screen is box breathing. Let's have a try of this strategy together. Imagine breathing in the shape of a box. Begin by inhaling for 4 seconds as you move along the top end of the box. Then hold your breath for 4 seconds as you move down the side of the box. Then exhale for 4 seconds as you go along the bottom of the box, holding for 4 seconds as you come up the last side of the box, and then repeat. I hope you have found this strategy useful.
To summarise, transitions can be difficult, but transitioning to secondary school is an exciting time and can naturally cause distress. So working as a team, including your child, yourself and the new school, is key to reduce the anxiety around transition and make it a fun and safe experience. We hope you found this video useful in supporting you with your child's transition to secondary school. If you need further support, please see the next slides for resources. You can find our service on our webpage below. Our website provides tailored resources to your needs, such as recovering from bullying, building esteem, managing exams, and others. You can find our referral form here too.
Here are some other resources that you might find useful. Young Minds is a charity that supports children and young people's mental health. Young Minds have a resource page to support parents and carers in their child's secondary school transition. The National Autistic Society is a charity which provides support, guidance and advice for autistic people and their families. Both of these websites will provide support and guidance to support you and your child with their transition into secondary school. We hope you have found this video useful in supporting you with your child's transition into secondary school.